Hello everyone.
This is Group 5 video. Hope you guys can enjoy it.
In this video, I'm gonna share about one of the processing method in preserving foods.
Okay, firstly, what is freezing method? So it is a method of preserving food by lowering the temperature to inhibit microorganisms growth and to slow down the chemical changes in food. Generally, they will lowering the temperature to negative 18 degrees Celsius or below to extend the food shelf life. Next, what is cooling method? So cooling is also a food processing technique that involves lowering the temperature to the food from one processing temperature to one that is necessary for storage.
Move to the next one, which is principle of freezing and cooling system. Freezing system include food separated out from the other components, low temperature that can slow down the rate of chemical reaction, and also water reabsorbed by the food components. Cooling system consists of two, which is cooling water loops and also cooling air presses. Cooling water loops includes engine, water pipe, thermostat, radiator, and cooling water pump, while cooling air passes pass through intercooler, radiator, fan, and also engine.
Loss or changes of color, nutrients, and flavor in frozen fruits and vegetables. Besides the chemical change during freezing is the development of forensic oxidative flavors through contact of the frozen product with air. On the other hand, the physical reaction is the textural changes. Water and chemical substance held within the very rigid cell wall will give support structure and texture to the fruits or vegetables. There are three main types of freezing equipment. Advanced freezer is most common method being used. The heat is transferred by using air. The examples are mechanized freezing tunnels and carrier freezers. The second type is contact freezers. The freezing method is direct contact the product with the freezing media in the contact freezer, either through immersion or indirectly contact. The examples are immersion freezers and blend freezers. Lastly, the cryogenic freezers pre-cool and freeze a product by using vapors produced by liquefiable gases. The types of gases applied are nitrogen and carbon dioxide. The examples are pre-freezers and carbon dioxide freezers.
Freezing has long been used as a method of preservation, and history reveals it was mostly shaped by the technological developments in the process. A small quantity of ice produced without using a natural cold in 1755. Meat, fish, and butter, the main products preserved in this early example, were frozen in storage chambers and handled as bulk commodities. Besides, it makes possible movement of large quantities of food over geographical distances. Asynchronous freezing is a new technology with relatively low energy requirements that preserve food products at sub-freezing temperatures without damage. Asynchronous freezing shows significant promise for use in higher quality food manufacturing and preservation. And these are the proper cooling methods for food.
Among the basic type of cooling system are room cooling, forced air cooling, hydro cooling, ice cooling, and last is vacuum cooling. And the equipment for food processing are process cooling is predominantly about time and temperature, also is about convection and conduction. Consider practical and financial limitation to cooling rates. Most products require time to equilibrate. Most freezing equipment is designed for food. Contraction must be considered, and the last is cooling or freezing can improve processing. Basic refrigeration principle consists of heat, cold refrigeration or cooling process, mechanical refrigeration, and the last is refrigerant.
Is there any difference between freezing and cooling? Of course there is. Let me show you. Freezing is subjecting products to temperature below their freezing point, and it is for long-term preservation of products, while cooling is to subjecting products to low temperature, and it is for short-term preservation. What are the importance of freezing and cooling? Let's check it out. Firstly, it is important to retain the quality of products over long storage periods. And second, it keeps product safe by preventing microorganisms from growing. And last but not least, it slows down the enzyme activity that causes product to spoil or damage.
Aha. Just wait a little bit. This is the last part of our video.
Examples of food that are used to be preserved using this freezing and cooling method are dairy products such as hardening ice cream, dessert yogurt, and milk. Second is fish and seafood products such as fish, fish fillet, shrimps, clams, or other shellfish. Third is fruit and vegetable products, which is strawberry, raspberry, cabbage, broccoli, and also durian. And last but not least, meat products.